I guess my day-to-day work's really quite varied. So over the last few years I've spent quite a lot of time kind of managing a large research group. So as you might imagine, there's a lot of admin and meetings and stuff, but I also like to do my own research. So that's, for us, it's very much computer-based. So we spend a lot of time sitting at computers, analysing data. We run these kind of really cool, complex models of how the world works, and it's always really interesting to see what new results have come in, and actually trying to compare those with real-world data and trying to figure out what that means for us. So I think what's really important for me is that our science actually means something for how the world works. So we try to answer quite applied questions, and over the years I think our science has really made a difference. So I was part of a team that was built the first what we call Earth System model. So our team is called Earth System Science, and what we mean by Earth System model is not just looking at the physics of the atmosphere, which is like the temperature and the rain and the clouds and so on, but how that interacts with the ecosystems. So we know that climate can affect forests and grasslands and so on, but also they can affect the climate. And so interactions between the two, making sure those are in the model, is really important. And what we found was that when human activity emits carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, the world's ecosystems on land and in the ocean absorb some of that CO2. And we've always known that was the case, but what you can do with the models then is you can use that to predict what's going to change in the future, and that helps us work out what our carbon emissions need to be to stay within certain climate targets. So the fact that climate change might affect how the forests grow, how they absorb carbon dioxide, that helps us plan what our emissions reductions must be if we're going to stay within, say, the 2-degree target of the Paris Agreement. I think it's kind of entwined. The two sort of become the same thing, so it kind of becomes part of my life. So, you know, I travel a lot for work. One of the great privileges of research is being able to work with people around the world. So I was in Paris last week for a project meeting. We travel by train, of course. But I got to meet people who I've known for a decade or more from other countries. And kind of not only is that enjoyable, but it actually really helps you learn about different cultures and different societies and how they tackle the issues of climate change and what it means for them, so that we don't get too kind of focused on just a sort of UK specific aspect. So it starts to then inform your worldviews and how you kind of see this thing as a whole kind of global society, something we have to tackle.